Mr. Speaker, for the last 6 years, I have traveled here to Albany, carrying the spirit, the fight, and the needs of the mighty 43rd Assembly District on my back. This journey certainly has not been easy, but I recognize every day that I have been blessed to be the one to represent the community that I was born in, that raised me, and that created this representative that stands before you today. The 43rd Assembly District is full of some amazing residents. We are a cultural melting pot, the true essence of what New York stands for. A community so full of culture, Mr. Speaker. Honestly, words cannot express how much I love the residents of my district. And I know that that shows in everything that I do. Located literally in the middle, we are affectionately known as Central Brooklyn. And Mr. Speaker, you recently visited us for a very momentous occasion where we renamed one of our train stations after civil rights leader Medgar Evers, and I do welcome you to come again. The mighty 43rd Assembly District, Mr. Speaker, also serves as the healthcare hub of Central Brooklyn. We have 3 hospitals physically in our district, and although only one, is allocated to every county, the coroner's office is in my district. The coroner's office, Mr. Speaker. And if the walls could talk, I know they would have a story to tell. Because this time that we are in showed that we are battling 3 pandemics: the coronavirus, the unarmed killing of Black men by law enforcement, and Mr. Speaker, we have been plagued by gun violence. It has taken 6 years, and countless lives have unnecessarily been lost. To paint a very vivid picture, Mr. Speaker, within the last 7 months, I said within the last 7 months, 15 people have been shot in my district. I'm going to say it again. In the last 7 months, 15 people have been shot in my district. On March the 21st, on Beekman and Flatbush, man shot, life lost. On February the 23rd, on Winthrop Street and Bedford and Rogers, one victim shot. On October the 26th, I thought I was going to lose my mind. Date correction, the 20th, where 6 people were shot on Hawthorne Street, a block in my district, Mr. Speaker, that has been shot up 10 times in 2020 alone in the midst of the pandemic. We lost Theo, one of our basketball players who was very well loved. On September the 8th, Mr. Speaker, 6 more people were shot in my district. A 6-year-old boy was shot as well at that time. As well as on August the 19th, 2 victims shot, 1 fatality, and now another resident of my district is paralyzed. That was only the last 7 months, Mr. Speaker, and I have been serving in this body for 6 years, so do the math. So when I come to the New York State Assembly, and I know sometimes my voice is unchecked, pain does not sound good. It doesn't. It doesn't. And I have been discouraged, and I I just honestly didn't even know, guys. I know everybody's watching, but the truth is, sometimes I even felt like I was failing. I felt like I was failing our residents. But today, I am so happy that finally relief is going to come to the ground for my people. I am proud to be a co-champion of the Community Violence Intervention Act of 2021, where New York State is the first state in the country to proclaim that gun violence and other forms of violence is a public health crisis. And it is posing a serious threat to the quality of life of all residents across the state of New York. And in addition to this proclamation, Mr. Speaker, in this section of the budget, we allocate $10 million immediately to groups on the ground, as well as setting up a continuous funding stream using VOCA, Victim of Crime Dollars Act, that is federal dollars. We create an ongoing funding stream for the anti-gun violence groups who have been doing the work on the ground. And while I am here right now speaking up on behalf of my district, Mr. Speaker, the 43rd Assembly District is not unique, unfortunately, with this plight. Gun violence is impacting so many communities across the state of New York, and I am proud that with my advocacy, alongside my state senator, we not only create meaningful change in central Brooklyn, but we do that for every single community around the state of New York who is facing the same ordeal. I have to take a moment to just say thank you. I honestly have to thank the residents of the mighty 43rd Assembly District, because Lord knows for everything that is going on in our community, whether it is housing, education, gun violence, and beyond. You guys, I cannot do this job without your love and support. Honestly, I say thank you for loving me. I am imperfectly perfect, but you believe in me, and so I am able to come here and do this work on behalf of all of us. I have to take a moment, Mr. Speaker, to uplift the Cured Violence, also known as anti-gun violence groups, who have been doing the work on the ground. So prayer without work is dead. I uplift the 67th Precinct Clergy Council right now. I stand here 10 toes down, uplifting, saving our streets, Crown Heights, and Bed-Stuy. I also, Mr. Speaker, would be remiss if I did not shout out the Kings Against Violence Initiative, also known as CAVI, which is our hospital-based anti-gun violence program in Kings County Hospital, receiving every single victim of violence as they come through seeking aid. And man, they do such a good job. I also, Mr. Speaker, want to shout out our youth anti-gun violence program, YSOS, as well as one of the newest anti-gun violence programs on the streets of Brooklyn, Elite Learners. New to my district, but not new to the work. And last but not least, I say to the community, what we are watching happen here this evening is a testament of when you mobilize to the polls and you put into office two leaders who are very focused and aligned on the community issues. And so while it is inappropriate on the floor to call names, I want to uplift my co-sponsor, the senator of the 20th Senatorial District. Y'all know who it is. And thank you for sending me a strong partner that was able to, I would say, pre-game this for me to come and deliver the win. Last but not least, Mr. Speaker, I say thank you to you. I say thank you to the leadership of this chamber. But most importantly, I want to say thank you to each and every one of my colleagues that sit in this chamber with me. Because we all come from different parts of the state advocating for our district. But today, you guys have stood with me. And today, I say thank you. Lives will be saved. Change will happen in Brooklyn because we passed this bill tonight. And with that, Mr. Speaker, I proudly vote in the affirmative. Thank you.